Hello, everyone. This is Professor Dr. Yan for the ID5133 class. Congratulations, you're at the last week of the 6-week class and week 6. And so this is this week we're gonna tie back everything you have learned from the last 5 weeks. And this week you'll also do a presentation for your project. So let's take a look at what the course required. You have chapter 3 to read in week 6, chapter 20 and 26. So in last week, you created a chatbot, and you also used micro-learning or educational apps to play. And we talk about machine learning and intelligent technology. So this week we're going to focus on the most important topic, teaching and learning with emerging technologies. How do you do that? So, as usual, the first assignment is your devotional discussion. So, to do that, you have a discussion on teaching and learning with emerging technologies. The questions you need to answer are, what have you learned in this class? So think about this activity as a reflection for you to reflect what you have learned in the last 5 weeks and how you're going to move forward. So what topics do you find most interesting, and what topics do you wish to cover that we didn't cover in this class? And what improvement would you like to see in the future for this class? And how would you prepare? And lastly, how would you prepare yourself to be a 21st century educator? Well, remember the key word here is 21st century educator. So what a 21st century educator should be like? Okay, what are the characteristics for a 21st century educator? What are the knowledge and skills should a 21st century educator should have? So after, when you know those, then you can answer your question, how to prepare yourself to be a 21st century educator. Okay, and of course, responding post, what did you learn from your classmates' post? What are the things you can take away from them? So that's your first assignment in this last week. The second assignment is to write a research paper on emerging technologies and learning. So in this writing assignment, you need to review contemporary research on emerging technologies and learning. What are the gaps? What are the gaps you identified from your research? And then you will need to discuss how you could implement emerging technologies in teaching and learning. And give us some prediction on the future trends of technology and learning. So what are the future trends? Some, not only those chapters, cover those. You also need to go to your library looking for additional journal articles regarding emerging technologies and learning, so that you can identify what are the gaps and what are the future trends. So write a 3 to 4 page paper about emerging technologies and teaching and learning. Again, I also prepare some questions for you to embed into your paper. So what are the themes? What are the themes of research using emerging technologies to facilitate teaching and learning? So those themes are maybe in the chapters, maybe in the articles you need to do additional research on. And what are the findings and recommendations of those research? And remember the last line, you need a minimum of 2 peer reviewed supporting resources in addition to your text readings, which means if you use both chapter 20 and chapter 2, that's only one one reading. So you need to have at least 3 or 4 at minimum. And what are the gaps? Okay, so when you look for research, and then in the discussion of those research articles, you're always talking about the future research. So those future research are the gaps that you will need to identify. And what are the future trends of emerging technology? So looking for those articles and see what are the future trends of the emerging technology. Would that be AI? Would that be augmented reality? Would it be virtual reality? Or would it be something else? So, the last question, how will the future technologies be integrated in teaching and learning? So try to write your paper around those 5 answers, but do not answer each question separately. So pay attention to the transition between your paragraphs, between your articles, between one point to the next point. And make sure you're using APA which include the in-text citation as well as the references in the last page. I've seen submission that in the references have cover references, but none of those references were used in the text. So this is not acceptable either, because if you did not specify where you cite the article in your in-text citation, the references does not make sense. Okay, so you need to cite those when you cite those articles in your in the body of your paper. You need to use in-text citation to point out where and who you cite those information from. And one last assignment to conclude this class is your presentation. Present your learning solution. You have done blueprint of your learning solution in the 6-week class. So here we would like you to share your learning solution with your classmates so that you can learn from each other. So those are the bullet lists are what you need to include in your presentation. Those are the information you need to include: your title, subject description, of your learning solution, or what is the problem you're trying to resolve with this learning solution. What are learning outcomes? What are learning objectives? What's the learning environment? Who are your learners? What their characteristics, and what the prerequisite skills for them to be successful in this learning solution? And what are the new and emerging technologies you intend to use in your learning solution? And the last 2 are we would like to share the learning activities you designed use the learning technologies, either a video or podcasting, a web conferencing tool, or a micro-learning tool, or educational app, whatever that you used. Okay, so those are the bullet lists that you need to include in your learning solution. You can use Google Slide, or you can use the Studio, and we included some instructions for you how to use record your presentation, and then you will post your presentation in a discussion board. Okay, all right. And that's the last assignment. As I said, for 6 weeks, it's virtually not possible to create a full-blown learning solution. However, this exercise will give you some ideas and how you can start, how you design your learning solution, how you use some technologies to create your learning solution. And lastly, I hope you like this class, and you find this class is helpful. for your career and for your future success. And it's my pleasure to be with you for the last 6 weeks, and wish all the best for your future endeavors. And take care and best luck.